Well, with Thanksgiving tomorrow, it's a great time to practice gratitude.
And if you can, turn it into a habit. Gratitude can help your health in the long run. And Dr. Sarah Getch from Kansas City University joins us this morning with a few ways that gratitude can help us boost our health. Good morning so much. Good morning so much. Thank you so much for being here this morning, Dr. Getch. So what happens when we're practicing gratitude? What happens to our brain?
All kinds of good things happen.
Yeah.
So we activate different neural networks in our brain related to reward, social connection, emotion, and then that sort of stimulates all different kinds of chemicals in the brain, the good stuff, right? Those types of neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, and then once we have that flooding in our brain, we are more likely to feel rested, restored, less stressed, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, it's important to take those moments, and remind yourself, okay, I know I'm really stressed out right now, but how does that impact our physical health? Just practicing gratitude.
Well, it's sort of tied to all the brain chemical stuff that's happening. So once we feel rested and restored, better things can happen with our bodies. We might make better decisions, we might sleep better, we might make better eating decisions, exercise. So it's really all tied together. All of those benefits come from just the simple practice of being thankful.
And I've noticed that, just this, when you wake up in the morning and you're just kind of feeling, ugh, to instead turn it around and be like, I get to go to work, I get to cook dinner. So why is it so important to put aside time to be grateful?
Well, it's most powerful, these impacts of gratitude are most powerful when we practice them regularly. So when it becomes a habit, this is when we really start to see those benefits. So when we begin to put this into our everyday life, then that's really when we start to see these health benefits, these mood benefits and things like that. But to your point, I've been thinking about gratitude from a yes and perspective, because sometimes it can feel kind of hollow, right? If we're only sort of saying, oh, but I should be grateful in this moment. So I think it's a yes and, right? Yes, I'm tired, and I get to go touch people every morning with the words that I share, or with the news, or all of those things. It's a yes and situation.
I like that. Do you have any other ways that people can practice gratitude every day?
I think the best way is to tie it to a routine that you already have. So whether that's waking up, the first thing you do on your phone is you make a note of gratitude. Maybe it's on your daily commute. Maybe it's at bedtime. Maybe it's at dinner. But just asking some really simple questions and then practicing that as it's tied to a routine, I think that's the best way.
I love it.
And one thing that we're trying to do at our house is to make our kids, to have them start this practice, because sometimes it feels like they just take it all for granted, So how do we get kids to practice gratitude?
Asking them some really simple questions, that will be a way to get them to engage in the process. So we can ask them, tell me something that made you smile today. Tell me something that made you feel good today. Tell me about somebody who helped you today, somebody who made you feel loved. Engaging in those types of questions, and you can tie that to a routine too, whether that's dinner or bedtime or bath time or whatever it might be. When we model that for them, they pick that up.
I love that. I saw one of the questions too, who made you smile today, or who made your day better today? That's my favorite question.
I love it. I have nieces and nephews and they're older, but I like to check in on them. And I used to ask them just simply, how are you doing? And that's sometimes a hard question to answer. So instead now I just say, tell me one good thing. Tell me something you're looking forward to. And it changes the conversation.
I love it.
Dr.
Getch, thank you so much.
Very good point. Thank you. Instead of being like, say thank you.
Yes.
Or what do you
say?
All right. Thanks so much, Dr. Getch.